Are you searching for that magic pill that's going to be able to heal all of your issues? Well, if so, stay tuned to this video because I'm going to share with you what you really need to be looking for. Hey, in case you don't know me, my name is Jason Chaney, and I help people lose weight by transitioning to a plant-based diet, but most importantly, I help them tackle their self-image when it comes to their food home so they never have to worry about gaining weight ever again. And so let's go ahead and get into today's Free Coaching Friday. I was getting so many questions in over the past week about, hey Jason, what can I do for diabetes? Hey Jason, what can I do if I have cancer? What can I do for my high blood pressure? And what can I do for overweight and all these different things? And so as I was reading all these questions, I was like, instead of doing the usual Ask Jason on Thursdays, I was just going to do this for a Free Coaching Friday and actually really break down what you need to be focused on. And first, before I get into the meat of the conversation, is the meat of this subject is you have to understand no one can get you the results that you want. Your doctor can't get it, your spouse can't get it, your kid's not going to do it, I can't do it. You must take the action into your hands and do things each and every day to get to those results. And so what I mean by that is, if you, and you see this all over the internet, social media is great because we have all the information to our work at our fingertips, but it's also harmful at the same time because there's so much misinformation at our fingertips. And if we don't have an understanding of what we're really looking for, we will just fall for some of these things because they sound great. If you see stuff out there that's saying like, oh, cure your diabetes, cure your cancer, cure this, they're lying to you. No one can cure you from any illness. No one can cure you from any dis-ease. And if you notice, I use the word dis-ease, and if you saw up there, it's hibernated. I don't believe in the word disease. The disease model that we've been taught in school is wrong. It's not true, because the thing is we have to start focusing on our lifestyle choices. And when I say lifestyle choices, this is the most important thing you can ever focus on, because no pill is going to get you to the results that you want. And trust me, I was taking over 14,235 pills every year, and I wasn't getting any results. That means I was taking over 40 pills a day, and I wasn't getting any results from it. My high blood pressure wasn't improving. My pre-diabetes was just getting worse by the day. My mobility was getting worse. I still wasn't able to breathe, and I was still fat. On top of having mental issues, like all of these things didn't change till I started tackling my lifestyle choices. And when I say lifestyle choice, because a lot of times we believe like, oh, it means exercise. Exercise is not a lifestyle choice. Exercise, going to the gym, meaning that's something that you want to do on your free time. And like I try to let people know, and how I train people up is, you don't have to exercise. This whole thing like, oh, you got to go to the gym to exercise is a lie. That is called marketing and advertising to get you inside those Bally's, 24-hour fitness, whatever the other name of the gyms are, because they want your money. The truth is, you can exercise for free. You can have exercise in your everyday routine. One of the things I do where people are like, oh, how do you walk 6 miles a day? I walk to the grocery store. I walk up the stairs sometimes. I don't always take the elevator. Exercising and from a lifestyle perspective just get a little bit of extra movement in your day. If that means you go to the grocery store, instead of parking in the front, park a little farther back. Instead of parking close to the exit so you can just hop right in your car, park a little farther away so you got to walk a little more. That's an easy way to get exercise into your everyday life. It doesn't mean going to the gym. But however, what lifestyle choices mean is, what are you eating? What are you drinking? Like if someone drinks one beer a day for 365 days, year after year after year, you would probably be like, hey man, you might want to slow down. Hey, you might want to cut back. Someone drinking a bottle of liquor every day, you'd be like, hey, you want to cut back. But when it comes to our eating, we're never looking at it from that perspective. We're eating this day in, day out for 365 days. And if you're doing it for 10 years, 15 years, 20, 30, 40 years, eating the exact same thing over and over again, that is your lifestyle. Meaning you have to focus on what you're putting in your mouth. And if you start focusing on those things, you'll start seeing improvement in your health. This is how I'm able to guarantee people results, because I'm not doing it for you. I can't do it for you. I'm going to be honest with you. I wish if the way I ate, everyone in the world could just get a little bit of benefits from it. But it's never going to happen. That is not the world we live in. We don't live in this symbiotic process to where I can just eat all this healthy food and you can get health and a byproduct from it. You have to take the action in yourself. You have to start being accountable for what you're putting in your mouth. That's what it means by lifestyle choices. And we're not taught this stuff in school. I did not know this. I didn't teach. I wasn't learned. I didn't learn it in the military. I was still eating unhealthy, and until I got to a point to where I was like, you know what, I am very ignorant when it comes to being healthy. I started learning. I started increasing my understanding on what it meant to be healthy. But also, I was in such an emotional state to where for me it was life or death. This is how I got to where I am today. Like, I was looking at everything from a life or death perspective, and I did not want to die. I wanted to still be here to live so many more years with my wife. I want us to grow old together, like sit on a rocking chair, have our farms, stuff like that. You know, those were the things that was motivating me while I was learning this. And it didn't come overnight. When I started analyzing, okay, what am I eating? I didn't just analyze what I ate for one day. I analyzed what I ate for 2 years. Over 2 years, I was tracking, and I was looking at everything that I was eating. And I would start seeing, okay, I was eating this. I'm starting to notice these foods are all the same foods at a chemical nature. And if they're the same foods at a chemical nature, and I'm eating these on a consistent basis, why am I getting the same outcomes as people in my family? Why was I starting to have pre-diabetes? Why was I starting to have such hypertension since I was like 24, 25 years old? Why was I having constant migraines? Why was I having issues walking? Why was I having issues with anxiety, depression? Why was I having issues breathing? All of these things that I was believing was genetic, it was called lifestyle choices, because I started seeing I was eating the exact same foods as everyone else in my family. And as soon as I started changing my lifestyle choices and changing the foods that I ate, those genetic things started to dissipate. And I can't say how fast it's going to work for you, how long it's going to work for you, because it depends on how consistent you are. How committed are you to actually doing it? So like, you have to start monitoring your lifestyle choices. If you're not willing to give up anything in life, you will never gain anything in life. It's all about creating a vacuum. And if you want the vacuum of health, you must give up some of those foods that you think you love. But really think about it. And like, this is your action step for today. Like, really think about this. Where did you start eating the foods that you say you love? If you love pizza, where did you start eating? Did you make that choice? If you love hamburgers, if you love chicken tetrazzini or fried chicken, all these different things, even if it's fish, where did you start loving it from? Who taught you to love it? Like, those are the things that we have to start looking at when we're looking at how we eat. Because what we don't realize, most of the foods that we eat sorry, there's a helicopter over me. Most of the foods that we eat were actually placed upon us at birth. And it doesn't mean your parents, your grandparents, they were trying to do wrong by you. They only had the best understanding that they had at the time frame that they lived in. We don't live in the same time frame as our parents, our grandparents, or other generations. Hell, we don't even live in the same time frame as when we were kids. You have to start understanding that the science and things have changed. The things that we once thought was once truth is no longer truth. Like, if back in the 1960s or 50s or 60s, when they believed that a human being, it was impossible to run a 4-minute mile. After the first guy who did it ran the 4-minute mile, the month later, 8 more people did it. Like, increase your understanding and you'll start increasing the things that are possible in your health. And that's how you're going to actually do it. If you really want to start reversing some of your lifestyle dis-ease, you must start focusing on your lifestyle choices. And that is about, what are you putting in your mouth? And so I hope you got some value from this. Make sure you hit the like button. If you know someone who's really struggling with things, how to eat, or they're always talking about, oh, I'm tired of having diabetes, I'm tired of having this, I'm trying to stop this, then share this video with them. Because they can keep trying all they want, but until they actually start doing the right action steps, they're not going to be able to get the results. And if you don't believe results are possible, look at me. This is why I do these videos. This is why I have all this free stuff on the internet for you to show you, like, anything is possible if you take certain action. And if you start eating in a certain way, you start drinking in a certain way, your lifestyle will change to where your health will change also. This is how I went from 550 plus pounds to where now I'm 235 pounds. Went from someone taking over 40 pills a day, I don't have to take any pills anymore. Someone who was having constant migraines, who had severe anxiety and depression. And now I can just walk around in foreign countries without being worried, without being scared, without living in fear. And you can have that also. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you click the link up above or below and subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's where you can see more information. Also, like, I share things on there where how you can get more vitamin A, how to get more minerals and natural things in your natural diet without having to worry about spending money on expensive supplements. And so I hope you got some value from this. And remember, your action step is actually start identifying where did you start, where did the food that you love come from, who taught you to love it, is it a memory behind it, all of those different things. If you start doing these little action steps, you will start seeing real big results in your life, because it makes it easier to break those habits in your lifestyle choices. So have a great Friday and stay supercharged.